Welcome to the session of Chapter 1, Lecture 2. The topic discussed in this session will be relating to the first chapter of Human Resource Management. The contents are Objectives of Human Resource Management, and we shall discuss in detail about functions of Human Resource Management. Let's get started to understand the objectives. Human resource management has various objectives. The primary objective of human resource management is to make the organization people oriented. Specifically, human resource objectives are classified into four. The first level is personal objectives, functional objectives, organizational objectives, and societal objectives. Let's discuss each objective in detail. Personal objective to assist employees in achieving their personal goals, at least as those goals enhance the individual's contribution to the organization. Personal objective of employee performance and satisfaction may decline. An employee may leave the organization. Hence, personal objectives of employees must be met if workers are to be maintained, retained, and motivated. So, the company gives importance to individual needs, goals, and their choices. The next objective is to functional to maintain the department contribution at a level appropriate to the organization's need. Resources are wasted when human resource management is either more or less sophisticated to suit organization's demand. The department's level of service must be matched to fit the organization it serves. Organizational objective to recognize the role of human resource management in bringing about organizational effectiveness. Human resource management is not an end in itself. It is only a means to assist the organization with its primary objectives. Simply stated, the department exists to serve the rest of the organization. The fourth objective is relating to society, to be ethically and socially responsible to the needs and challenges of the society, while minimizing the negative impact of such demands upon the organization. The failure of organization to use their resources for the society's benefit may affect your business too. For example, the society may limit HR decisions through law that enforce reservation in hiring and laws that enforce reservation to address discrimination, safety, or other such areas of societal concerns. So these are the four objectives: personal, functional, organizational, and societal. So therefore, societal objective is to be ethically and socially responsible. Organizational objective to recognize the role of HRM in bringing about organizational effectiveness. Functional is to maintain the department's contribution at a level appropriate to the organization needs, and personal objective to assist employee in achieving their personal goals in the manner that their personal goals enhance the individual's contribution to the organization. Let's move forward to understand the functions of human resource management. Every manager must get things done from people. Individual goals and aspirations have to be aligned with the organizational goals for the successful handling of a business. And human resource to bring about this alignment eventually achieve these goals. The functions are broadly classified into managerial functions and operative functions. Managerial functions includes planning, organizing, directing, and controlling, whereas operative functions include procurement, development, compensation, integration, and maintenance. Let's discuss these objectives with the aim of achieving their functions. To begin with, let's understand managerial functions of human resource management. Management is the accomplishment of results through the efforts of other people. The first function is planning. Planning involves choosing one of the various alternatives available for accomplishing the desired result with the greatest economy and certainly through the process of looking ahead. It involves planning of human resource requirements, recruitment, selection, training, and so on, and also involves determining of strategies, programs, policies, and procedures to accomplish organization objectives. It involves ability to think, to predict, to analyze, and to take decision. Therefore, planning includes plan and research about even the wage trends, labor market, and so on. The next function is organizing. It involves establishing an intentional structure of roles for people in an organization. Structural organizations such as chain of command, division of labor, and assignment of responsibility are part of the organizing function. Careful organizing ensures effective use of human resource. The next function is relating to staffing. Staffing includes two important aspects, recruitment and selection. Recruitment is the primary or the first activity to identify the right candidates. So therefore, organization spends time and effort to get the right candidate for the right job. Selection includes selecting the best and the most suited candidate that is right fit for the right job. The next function is relating to directing. Directing or direction is telling people what to do and seeing that they do it to the best of their ability. It is the process of directing all the available resources towards the common organizational goals. Directing is issuance of orders and instructions to follow a plan of action. The next function is relating to controlling. Controlling is the measuring and correcting the activities of subordinates to ensure that events conform to the plan. Auditing training programmers, analyzing labor turnover records, directly moral surveys are some of the means of controlling. Controlling is done to regulate the activities. So we have discussed the first set of functions relating to managerial. Let's now understand operational functions of human resource management. To begin with, we have procurement. Through the process of recruitment and selection, the human resource manager identifies the right type of people required in the organization and puts in some efforts to develop to get better performance. The next is relating to development, which includes training and development. That is, the present and future skills required are important to every employee. So, development, look forward for career planning as well as counseling. Compensation function. It is concerned with securing adequate and equitable remuneration to persons working in the organization. Compensation should be fixed in such a way that it is able to attract and retain suitable employees in the organization, which includes wage and salary administration. The next is integration. It is an attempt to effect reconciliation of individuals, organization, and social interests. The next is relating to maintenance. It is necessary to have good working conditions and good work atmosphere, good ambience. Therefore, employees feel to continue with their work organization. So that leads to retention too. The next function is relating to separation. Separation of an employee from its companies happens due to certain reasons. First, it could be voluntary resignation or retirement, that is superannuation, or it can be a misfortune of death, maybe accident, or even medical reasons. So in these cases, the individual's accounts has to be settled and family related issues relating to company compensation should has to be finalized. So these are the managerial functions relating to human resource management. So let's recall and understand the operative functions. Procurement, obtaining proper kind and number of personnel necessary to accomplish organizational goals. Development, as I mentioned, it is training and development. Increasing the skill through training that is necessary for proper job performance. Compensation, adequate and equitable remuneration for people for their contribution to organization's objectives. Integration, it is concerned with a reasonable reconciliation of individual, societal, and organizational interest. Maintenance is concerned with continuation of this state. This is heavily affected by communication with employees. Separations and return of that person to society could be retirement, layoff, outplacements, and discharge. So, with this, we have come to the end of the discussion of objectives of human resource management and functions of human resource management. Thank you all.